Afternoon everyone, Ian from DIY Home and Gardening. 28th of April, start of a new video. Not quite sure how it's going to pan out, but let's see. And going to be looking to grow these, which are chickpeas. So if I turn the camera around and we can have a look together. That's the chickpeas at the moment. In the UK they're found in the ethnic section, and these have come out of a bag as opposed to out of a tin. So they've currently been in overnight, and generally you want to leave them to soak for about 24 hours just to take up all the moisture and fully rehydrate. Don't worry, I'm not going to be sowing all of these, most of them are for cooking. But another couple of hours to go, and then we can move to the next stage, which will be seed sowing. So it's one of those, how many chickpeas do you actually need to grow? I'm not quite sure, but ladles worth, probably enough. So yeah, go and take those outside and get them into some compost. Chickpeas, nice and self-explanatory. Now I'm going to do them into these cell trays. So this is a 12 cell tray, and yeah, got too many really. I'm just going to do the same as if I was doing, well, like squash or something. So multi-sown, 2 per cell. The reason I multi-sow is that you're then, well, I'll say guaranteed, more or less guaranteed, that at least one of the seeds is going to germinate in each of the cells, and that means that you'll then get the right amount of plants that you want, as in probability says you should get 12, at least 12 plants germinate, or 12 seeds germinate, and you should at least get 1 in each cell, so therefore you'll be able to plant all 12 cells, rather than if you only sow 1 seed per cell and 1 doesn't germinate, then you've got to do another sowing. Now these seeds, hopefully you can see, they have a flat bottom, and the pointy bit is the flat bottom that goes in the compost, down base first, and the pointy bit is uppermost. Now what's the odds of that happening? I should do the lottery. Perfect amount of seeds pulled out in one go. So just push them down so they're in good contact with the compost. And then I've got this this compost mix. This is actually from I was doing my dahlias earlier, but it's got bits of perlite in it, which is the white stuff, so it gives it a bit of free draining property to it. And we'll just cover those over. So cover them over with compost, as it is a large size seed, light firm down. And from here, that's all done. They can now go into the heated propagator. And I'll be honest, I have no idea how long it's going to take for them to germinate, because I've never grown it before. Got to try though, haven't you? Right, just thought I'd show you. So that's the chickpeas, 6 days on from seed sowing. And you can see they're well sprouted now. Looking a little bit yellowish in colour, but that's because they've been under there. So now they are just going to come out, sit on the side, soak up some of these sunshine rays that we're getting for a brief period this Saturday, and see what they do. 9th of May, and look how much these have grown. So it's 11 days on since seed sowing of the chickpeas. Got the proper leaves to them, looking a little bit leggy in places. In 2 minds as to whether to stick them in the cold frame outside, or well, I suppose actually I'll just stand down here for the time being so they can get a bit of light but without the base heat to them. See what happens. 21st of May at the allotment. It's raining obviously, and I've brought the chickpeas up, and what I was intending to do was carry on with my sort of companion planting, because chickpeas are a legume, so a type of pea family. So they, being a legume, they work really well alongside corn or sweet corn. So this bed here is my mini pop corn, and so I've got some dwarf runner beans planted there, so a variety Hestia. And so I thought actually in this last little block I would plant out the chickpeas, see how they do. Now I did multi-sow these, so 2 plants per cell. I'm not going to try and divide them up, because like a lot of peas, I imagine they don't like too much root disturbance. So I'm just going to pop them out of the actual cells and then plant them in lines here, and just have these 3 rows of them essentially. Now, so I planted most of them out. Spacings are further than, to be honest, you'd normally do on a pea, but it just sort of, well, makes the amount of plants per row equal, and I'm just doing them kind of in line with the corn itself, so it doesn't really matter. Obviously, if you've got any odd bits of weed like that there, whip it out. And again, I'm just planting them the same way as I normally do my peas, so without too much fuss, in all honesty. So pop it in the ground, give it a light firm down. Last one to do, and then that is the planting done of the chickpeas. And I guess it's just in case of well, hoping that the weather improves, because they are a crop that needs the warm weather to, well, not to grow but to ripen. So that might be the key thing as to whether they produce a ripened chickpea as opposed to a green chickpea. But for now, planting done. Bit of a chickpea update for you. So 21 days on from planting out up here, and I'm pleased to say that I haven't lost a single one to the slugs. Touch wood. They are putting on some growth, which is good. They've sturdied right up. Yeah, so I'm pleased with them, and they're nice and green. Other than that, don't know what else to add, because I don't know what they're supposed to do. So another quick update on the chickpeas, 20th of June. So they've just put on a bit of growth. Just doing the update whilst I'm up here doing some watering. I don't know how to tell whether they're going to produce flower bud or where that comes from, but certainly they look healthy enough. These ones at the side are looking smaller, but I think that's because they haven't got to compete with light quite so much as the middle ones. But anyway, that's the chickpea update. So 26th of June, just been doing a bit of watering. Aside from the fact that I've noticed that one's been chewed down, which I'm a bit annoyed about, I've noticed that there's quite a few of the chickpeas that are starting to produce flowers. So yeah, that's good. Certainly, yeah, certainly a step in the right direction. Chickpea update. Some little pods are forming, 20th of July. Amazing. So the plant's now around about 2 foot in height. Sweet corn considerably higher. Last week mulched around the whole bed, gave it a good old weed, mulched around with fresh manure, and as you can see, plenty of little pods are forming all the way through. It's probably been helped as well by the fact that we've had 4 days now of sunshine and warm weather, so fingers crossed they might develop into something. So back at the allotment today, 9th of August, looking at the chickpeas. So these are looking lovely and green. Some of them now again brown, and first year of growing them, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing, but having read up a little while ago, it says that chickpeas take about 100 days from sowing to harvest. And I actually had a count up this morning. I'm on day 98. So yeah, that's, well, pretty good scientifically, I guess, to have them going. So I thought I'd harvest these ones that have browned and just have a look at them. So, trusty pot. Let's just pull this plant out. So that is how it's grown. Fair sized plant for, I suppose, not a lot in the grand scheme of things. And I'll just open up these pods. So there we are, first chickpea, and you can see that it's still held to the outer casing, and there we are, the green chickpea ready to use. So it looks like these clear sort of pure brown opaque ones actually don't have anything in. Some of them are, well, the drier ones essentially represent a drier version, I guess, and I suppose on a commercial scale then they wait for the whole plant to, well, all the seed pods to totally desiccate to give you your dried chickpeas, or if you want to eat them green and fresh, then I'm quite happy with some of these sizes. So let me just pick this plant and we'll come back. Right, so that's the first plant done. Quite frankly, I can't be bothered to do another plant. Got watering to do. But actually, well, you're not going to see out of that lot. That's the amount of chickpeas out of it. So I don't know how that compares to growing on the continent, but actually that's a pretty good return for not a lot of space. When you think that you can plant these at 6-inch spacing, or even closer, but to get, what we got there, 6, 8, 10, 12, 23 chickpeas from one plant. I know it's not as easy as obviously buying a can of chickpeas or a bag of chickpeas from the supermarket, but these are fresh chickpeas, first year grown, pretty easy other than a bit of watering. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that, I've got to say, especially in my first year and not knowing what the hell I'm supposed to be doing on growing them. So what have I got left? Another 11 plants. So yeah, I might get a little can's worth, who knows. So that's it, that's end of the video. So that is me first year trying to grow chickpeas, seed sowing through to harvesting my first plant's worth, or 20 something peas. Normally I'd say if you got any questions send them to me, but to be honest I can't really help you guys on anything more, because you've seen the whole process as much as I know. Perhaps if any of you know some hints and tips or how you grow them, you could let me know, because certainly for the amount of space they take up, especially as an intercrop, as I've used with the mini popcorn, then they don't take up a lot of space. And actually, me doing a bigger block next year, tighter spacing, I think this could be a bit of a winner. So yeah, I'd be really interested to know how you're doing it. If you like the video, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so you don't miss out on future videos. Easy to say. And I always say it, but it's so true, just enjoy yourself. Make the most of your time outdoors and try something different. You know, if like me, you use something, a vegetable, fruit, that you use it all the time, wonder, can you grow it? Try it. Just, you never know. Say chickpeas, who knew they were that easy? I didn't. So yeah, try something different, push yourself. What's the worst that can happen? Doesn't work, doesn't matter, you try something different, or it works and then you got something to build on for the future. But anyway, that's me done, video done. Enjoy the rest of the day. See you soon. Bye for now.